I'm Amanda, the ever hopeful gardener, and today we're talking about this Vego garden arch that I installed at the beginning of this season. I'm going to show you what I have growing on it, and I'm going to tell you my thoughts. I would like to point out that the Vego garden arch has to be installed on beds that are a very specific distance apart. So if your beds are already filled, already placed in your garden, and they don't fit that specific distance requirement, it's probably not going to be a great fit for you. If, however, you are designing a new garden or your beds are easily movable, then this garden arch will work for you. I just happened to have two beds that were the exact right distance. So this was the only place I could put it in my garden without having to either empty out beds or order new beds. The distance between the bars on this arch do make it a little difficult for certain vining plants to grab hold. And what I have done is I have added string onto several of the sections to help some things get started, like sweet peas, purple hyacinth vine, and more. The arch comes in several different widths, and you are able to install it on the outside of your beds. It is easier to install without the beds being filled. I did have to dig down to be able to take out the current nut and bolt situation and then thread it back through to attach the frame. If you're planning out a garden, it is much easier to add something like this in the beginning stages before you're filling your beds with soil and you're able to figure out the placement. Makes it perfect. I appreciate the height of this arch. A lot of arches that you'll see, I don't feel like they're tall enough, especially for taller people, and especially when you grow things that hang down. Earlier in the season, I had sugar snap peas growing up the string that I tied amongst the bars. And now on this side, I have tomatoes. These are indeterminate tomatoes. In the south where I live, they get super tall. And as you can see, they are a bit out of control at the top. I keep getting a ladder out and trying to tie them back in. Oh my gosh, I can see a tomato hornworm as we speak. Oh my gosh, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. Oh. Another benefit to growing vertically with an arch like this, I don't know why, but it's so much easier for me to spot pests on both the tops and undersides of leaves. And I don't know, it's easier for me to spot these annoying tomato hornworms. I'm going to feed this to the birds. Okay, back to what's growing. Like I said, I've got tomatoes growing. I chose to do the entire sun series this side of the trellis this year. So I've got sun gold, sun peach, sun green, and sun chocola indeterminate tomatoes going here. On this side of the arch, I have purple hyacinth bean growing. I also have squash, center cut, and a butternut variety. And I have one luffa plant and butterfly pea flower growing on this side. I've been extremely happy with this Vego arch. It is very sturdy. Here are some of the purple hyacinth bean vines that have started blooming. These are a favorite that I grow every year. The hummingbirds love them. I've got them on this side also. Here is one of the luffa that is forming. And down here, we've got a butternut squash that's climbing the trellis also. I love this trellis.